So Ben and Aaron came recommended to us by our architect. And when we first met Ben and Aaron, we were really taken back by their positive attitude. They were just a real pleasure to deal with. And the thing that distinguished TAS, at the beginning at least, was just the level of detail and the quality of their tender response. And they really understood what we were trying to do. They understood it, they got it. They were great guys to deal with. They were a lot of fun. Their conduct and professionalism was amazing. I don't recall hearing any bad language, smoking. The neighbours were very, very complimentary. It's a very high density area around here, and keeping that relationship was very important throughout the process. The one thing that distinguished TAS for me was the level of contactability and accountability. Whenever I had any questions or needed to contact Ben or Aaron or our foreperson Luke, it was either immediate contact, or if they were busy or occupied or in some way, they would call back either that hour or at the latest that day generally. So that was a real positive thing for us. Throughout the tender process, we actually met with about 4 separate builders, and Ben and Aaron and the TAS group really distinguished themselves. We felt very comfortable and at ease to describe our plans and our vision for the house. And the one thing that was really obvious and something that we welcomed was that they're prepared to offer ideas. That was something which was a big value add for us. We were flexible for certain features and certain designs and so forth. So the project was on time and on budget, which are 2 pretty rare outcomes. We hear a lot of horror stories through friends and family and colleagues, which I'd say made us a little nervous initially before we even went down the process. So having that trust was very important, and we had that in TAS. Ben and Aaron were very organised. That level of detail and organisation was evident even before the build started, through the tender process, the documentation. The detail was exceptional. So TAS, the broader TAS employees, as well as the subcontractors, all shared the same values. They were very approachable, very amicable. We had really, really good feedback from our neighbours. We're in quite a high density area around here, and that was a really important part for us. The feedback was excellent. We trusted TAS, the TAS employees, the subcontractors. We felt that they weren't pushing their own agenda. They really had our interests at heart. And I think the best reflection of TAS's character and integrity has been not just throughout the build, but also post-build. The house, as you can see, it's fantastic. We've had really good feedback from family and friends. We love it. So throughout the build process, we took advice and recommendations and suggestions from TAS really seriously, because as the build progresses, often there are opportunities that may not have been present at the initial start of the build, and that was a fantastic value add. I'm not a professional builder. We TAS have the benefit of working on or having completed some very impressive projects, and they've obviously had learnings from that, and they've incorporated some of those ideas and suggestions in this build here. The feedback from family and friends has been fantastic. They've seen the end products. They knew how important this project was for us. They're over the moon, and there's more bedrooms for them to stay in now, which they appreciate. We were very happy with the choice to build with TAS. They've been fantastic. They've delivered on everything they said they would. Their advice, their real genuine can-do attitude really shone through the entire process. I would build with them again in a heartbeat. I've already recommended TAS to family, friends and colleagues. I take recommendations very seriously because you're putting your own name and brand on the line, and I do that with the utmost confidence with TAS. The whole process has been such a positive experience for me. I would use them again in a heartbeat.